last night while wearing and drinking scotch and soda. An exceptional committee of analysts, statisticians, and fans of Trivial Pursuits fought and toiled and burned the midnight oil to deliver the best segment in all sports. It's an honor and a privilege. It's time for a special conference championship edition of Nick's Tears.
Indeed it is, Kevin Wild. So, thank you for the great introduction as always. Let's get right to it. 4 teams left. Conference championship tiers. Show me the first row of the conference championship tiers, please. I think. Bronze medal game. Sorry, KW. But that's the bronze medal game because the real Super Bowl is Sunday evening on Fox.
I mean, I'm a pro Fox guy.
You can show the real Super Bowl.
Well, we got it.
They hadn't revealed it. This is how Cowboys-Niners in 1994 felt. It's like, okay, I guess the winner is going to play the Chargers. Some of the Super Bowls taking place. How Patriots-Colts in 2006 felt. And for me, it was like the winner is going to play the Bears, but we know the Super Bowl is being played right now. And it's how
I wonder if the Patriots have ever been underdogs in a Super Bowl before. 14-point dogs?
Again, Tom Brady ain't walking through that door. However, because KW, there's only 4 teams, it would be very brief tiers.
Yeah, we'd have to go right to break.
It would just be over. Special edition. Eliminated teams tiers.
Love
28 teams.
Love it.
Now,
So this is kind of projecting for next season?
rich tapestry, bro.
Yeah,
it's a lot going on here.
I think so.
It's a little projection, a little, you just got a coach.
I like that.
A little, all of the above. Bottom of the tiers, 28 teams. Arch watch. Again,
Already.
I know the Dolphins, the Browns, the Cardinals, and the Jets go into next year without a quarterback and don't think they're going to be able to draft one with their pick this year. So they're on Arch watch. It is what it is. And that assumes Kyler's gone because Kyler's gone. It assumes Tua's gone because Tua's gone. And sorry, Brew, I don't think Shador's going to be the guy. We'll see. And the Jets literally don't have a guy. So, Arch watch.
Tough one.
Not at the floor. Saints, Titans, Steelers. So, I think these 3 teams the Saints and Titans, let me start with them, have an opportunity to potentially build on what they did at the end of last year. The Titans, Cam was playing his best. The Saints, Tyler Shuck was started to play decent. You saw them building certain things. The Steelers, on the other hand, are in a different boat where they won the division, got to the playoffs, but now they're going to be without Mike Tomlin. And those teams, I don't think any of those teams are going to bottom out and be on, first overall pick watch. Mm-hmm. But I also don't think any of those teams are realistically next season going to be playoff teams. Whatever. I don't know what to say about these 4 teams. It's very, very. The Falcons, Stefanski still doesn't have a quarterback. The Vikings. If I were the Vikings,
yes.
I would maybe. What
I
am I
like it
going to
already.
say? I don't think you know what I'm going to say. I'd call the Bills and be like, hey, what do you want to give us for Kevin O'Connell?
Oh.
You want to give us a first and a third round pick for Kevin O'Connell? Because
I like that.
We need some draft capital because we still don't have a quarterback. What do you think I was going to say?
Justin Jefferson.
No, I want to keep Justin.
Wow.
I want to keep Hall of Fame players in their prime. I typically want to keep them. But and if you're the Bills, I don't know what you're doing. Regardless, Panthers, you made a playoff game, and I'm proud of you for it. I don't think that team's all of a sudden poised. And the Colts went all in on the end of this year. Their quarterback popped his Achilles. They traded their first-round pick for Sauce Gardner. Just are where they are. I can't quit one of these teams. Maybe, just maybe, Raiders-Giants. Raiders #1 overall pick.
Yeah.
And a new head coach. Maybe. And maybe
Lamar.
And maybe you trade the #1 pick and Max Crosby for Lamar. The Giants are going to be everybody's worst of first team. Everybody's calling it right now. They're going to be the worst of first team. I like John Harbaugh. I like that press conference. I didn't so much like Joe Shane being like, me reporting to Harbaugh. It's just words on paper. Like, yeah, bro, but it's the paper is the contract and the words are the office flowchart, pal. But still, I like Harbaugh going there. I hate to do this to these two coaches. Sorry, Coach, because I like them both. But they do start the year on the hot seat. Todd Bowles in Tampa and Dan Quinn in Washington.
Already?
I think, yeah, I mean, Todd.
Quinn seems.
Well, again, Quinn, I don't think they have to like get back to the conference championship game, but they can't have a disaster year. You can't have back-to-back disaster years with Jaden Daniels. I don't think he would survive that. And Todd Bowles probably has the hottest seat of any returning coach because it felt like this year they collapsed at the end and they just have been, consistently fine since Bowles has taken over. They'd won the division a bunch of years in a row and they collapsed this year. More of the same. Bengals, Cowboys. Hey, listen, the offenses are going to be really good. The defenses are going to be mediocre. Again, we'll see what the offseason plays out. It's January, so I haven't had an opportunity to change a lot. But my gut tells me it's going to be more of the same of what these two teams have been. They didn't make any major. Cowboys changed in defensive coordinator, so that could change things. The Bengals just running it all back. Sorry, Danny. Tough quarterback conversations. Because, listen, C.J. Stroud, I don't think he's getting a contract extension, but he is going to be the Texans quarterback next year. Justin Herbert is obviously the Chargers quarterback for the foreseeable future. But there has been a lot of resources poured into these teams because they feel like they can win right now. And the defenses for both these teams are like, we can win right now. And CJ's just had down years. Justin's obviously just had brutal playoff games. But it is an odd spot where the faces of your franchises this year in the playoffs for both of them were the impediment to your franchise moving forward. Did they peak? Eagles-Niners. Now, the Eagles, if they did, at least you won a Super Bowl out of it, so there's no shame in that whatsoever. But the Eagles feel like we're in contention every year. But is the second half of the 2020s going to be nearly as kind to these two teams who were kind of the dominant teams of the conference?
Right.
Or is it going to be as good as the first half of the 2020s? My gut tells me no. My gut tells me the Niners going to 4 NFC championship games, 2 Super Bowls, being that close. As much respect as I have for Shanahan, I don't think they're going to be able to duplicate that. And I think the Eagles are on the downward slope. Hope for health, Lions, Packers. Right or wrong, both of these teams feel like this year got ruined by injury. The Lions once again dealt with the defensive injuries, not quite to the same extent as last year. Obviously, the coordinator changes. The Packers legitimately had, they were 9-3-1, and then Micah goes down. Speaking of health, get healthy, Patrick. Don't know what to do with the Chiefs. Don't know where we can put the Chiefs until we know when is Patrick Mahomes coming back. If Patrick Mahomes is coming back in week 1, and they bring back Eric Bieniemy, which they did, and they have a top 10 overall pick, this team can be right back where their rightful place, atop the AFC, obviously. If Patrick Mahomes is back in week 6 or 7, things change entirely. The B in S-Bob. We always say, it's not Super Bowl or bust. What is bust? Well, it was, because the bust was fired the coach. And for the first time in 50 years in the NFL, a team with an MVP quarterback in their 30s just outright fired their longtime head coach because they felt like the team needed that type of change. And last but not least, KW, you should like this. Atop the eliminated tiers, the Bears and the Jags. Nothing but great vibes. These two teams go into the offseason feeling exceptional. We got the quarterback right. We got the coach right. We overachieved this season. Both seasons ended on, I'd love that back interceptions by the quarterback, but the quarterbacks themselves are like, this was my best year of my career by far. Obviously, Caleb's career much shorter. And they go into this offseason feeling for the Bears, got some money to spend, for the Jags, getting Travis Hunter back, year 2 under a coach. Those are the offseason tiers, Coach. Not the offseason, the eliminated tiers, pardon me.
Yeah, look, I love the offseason tiers. I loved yesterday's Mahomes Mountain. I think you're really upping your game here in the postseason. These are back-to-back really good days.
I think there's a but coming.
No, they're really, I mean, I don't agree with a lot of, but I love the innovation. And I did call that you'd have the Bengals on the same tier as the Cowboys prior to actually seeing the unveiling of it, because I'm sure it's
great minds.
Lots of offense, but not enough defense. But I'm gonna bump up the Bengals, and here's why. So the Bengals right now have the 8th most salary cap space with $56 million. They've got the 10th pick in the draft, and they've got 8 other draft picks. They're the only team in the division with continuity, so that should give them advantage. So I get that. You know, the having Lamar Jackson, you know, that's still a problem. But whoever that coach comes in, there's going to be a lot of transition and a learning curve. So Cincinnati has a huge, huge advantage over everybody else in the conference. In terms of running it back, yeah, they're running it back in a good way because they've got all their offensive stars under contract. There's no contract disputes. So that money's been allocated. Now here's the issue. We've got to fix the defense. So offensively, right now, they have $170 million allocated to offensive players, and they have $70 million allocated to defensive players on the whole roster. The receivers alone make $61 million next year. So the whole defense makes $70 million, and the receivers make $61. So you got to take that $56 million, pour it into the defense. You've got to take those 8 draft picks and pour it in the defense and do everything you possibly can. This defense doesn't have to be top 10, but it's got to be it's got to be even better. Marginally better. To me, I think puts them in a place where they can make the playoffs, and then if they make the playoffs with those stars and Joe Burrow, they've got a shot.
So,
I like that.
I like it too, Coach, and I think that's probably the right strategy.
Will they do it?
Unfortunately, you're not running the Bengals. Duke Tobin and Mike Brown are running the Bengals, and they saw emo Joe Burrow talk about losing his love for the game. So my guess is they pour those resources into his offensive line and a running back. I think that they could do more things on that side of the ball. I agree with and if they do what you said, they will move up. I just don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as a projection, the tiers, all right, because I see how high the Chiefs and Ravens are after down years. So I'm thinking this is okay. This is looking into next year.
Tapestry.
And because of that, Nick, I got to move your Jags down. I like the title. The titles are always great. Marshall, he's a good. But the Jags are too high.
Hold on, bro.
Next year, the Jags will not be playing the third place schedule they played this year. They'll be playing a first place schedule. And I like Trevor. He was 5th on Bruce's ballot for MVP, but he was a little down in the playoffs. I know he wasn't terrible.
He had back-to-back go-ahead fourth-quarter touchdown drive.
He did what you hate.
I didn't like the pick.
He did what you hate. Trying to win go-ahead drive, coach, game-winning drive, and he ends it with a pick early.
I don't hate it as much as are you positive. I don't love that.
That's Dusty. This is the first time I've even seen that. Positive. What?
Like Paul.
So yeah. Move the Jags down. I just have questions now about has Trevor really arrived? Great at the end of the season.
He just finished 5th in it because of one pass?
Yes, that's all it takes.
I'm with
and
you,
he actually had 2 picks.
Really? He's got both. Those teams too high.
Yeah,
both those.
Well,
the Bears are interesting, but the Jags, I'm definitely moving them down.
Really? But how are they?
And we just saw Baker have a breakout year, and then fell off this season. So the same could happen to Trevor, your boy the Prince.
You're not gonna like it.
It's all right because you dumped him.
I never. We didn't dare you.
I'm moving the Chargers up.
Why?
Because Danny Parkins
is annoying.
There's a difference between excuses and explanations.
Yeah, and he's
a lot of
times.
I know, but I'm not.
Hey, buddy.
The explanation is because Slater and Joe Alt weren't there. Now, Danny also piles on a lot of other excuses. I'm just talking about the explanation. When they're both there, 10-5.
That's 2 years ago.
Well, that's the only data we have.
They were there for the playoff game when he threw 4 picks.
That was an aberration. Also, you got the 22nd pick. You go in, you get Caden Proctor from Alabama. He'll be there.
What are you doing on my mock draft quarter? You talking about who's going to be available at the 22nd pick?
I didn't use it.
What are you doing?
I'm out there. I'm doing my own stuff. Looking at,
Caden Proctor from Alabama?
Yeah,
you're doing
Tide.
Interior offensive lineman
yes,
scouting?
You can't have it. You can't. I like Alabama.
Okay.
Mike McDaniel, are you actually going to go? We think.
Yeah.
He might get the Ravens head job. If he doesn't, he's going to go to the Chargers. Guess what? I like Mike McDaniel. In fact, I don't like it. I love it.
Since when?
Since I loved Tua and had the Dolphins going to the Super Bowl.
You make fun of Mike McDaniel.
No, I didn't. He's done some odd press conferences. I have no issues with his play calling.
How does this graphic back up?
I don't
back
understand
up?
this
Look at
graphic.
2023.
You're saying.
Second in points,
That was
1 in
3
yards.
years
That's
ago.
what I like.
Okay, what about the next 2 years?
That's not his fault.
What?
Really?
Why not?
He's shown
Quarterback was
potential.
there.
Okay.
I love him as an OC. Love him with Herbert. He's going to do fun stuff. Chargers should go up.
I do agree with that, though.
How did you not have Kansas
You
City higher,
got
too?
there strangely.
Kansas City? What has
but
Kansas City done?
I like the Chargers.
Continuity. Great quarterback. Added a good piece back to the offensive staff.
He lost his favorite guy and best friend.
Oh, really? You have breaking news? Because I saw Travis Kelce talking about how excited he is to have Eric Bieniemy back in the building.
Wow, you have breaking news? He's
What?
coming back?
He said it publicly. He just said that publicly. I don't
breaking
know.
news, Travis
But
Kelce's
I'm not
back.
saying that, but you said he lost someone. I didn't know. Was there something I didn't know? Travis
There's something
Kelce
I didn't
retired?
know. There's something I didn't know.
I
He's
know.
coming back.
The status quo. We'll see. He has had Travis Kelce announced his retirement to be factored in.
Well, if he has announced he's coming back,
No, it's
that's what I'm saying.
no, that's not what
But
you
you got him below 2 teams that don't have a coach, and you've got a Hall of Fame coach.
guys. Again, I know it says Nick's tiers.
There's a committee.
There's a committee.
It's a committee.
I obviously believe the Chiefs go into next year. Patrick's going to be dancing at Travis's wedding. He's going to be healthy week 1. They're going to be back to their rightful place atop the AFC. The committee is very, they don't trust ACL and LCL repair the way I do. I like the fact that Patrick had the surgery within 12 hours of the injury.
Yes.
One of our committee members, I haven't told you guys this, retired orthopedic surgeon.
Oh.
And his voice counts a little heavier when we talk about injury rehab, and he thinks I'm a little too optimistic about it.
Oh, man.
I
Does
haven't
anybody
talked to
wanna
you guys
hear-
about him because of HIPAA.
Very smart. Good job.
Does anybody want to hear about the Chargers schedule?
Do you have more Chargers?
I didn't realize it.
I didn't realize.
It doesn't help my point.
I didn't realize there was
Let's
more
just go.
coming.
No,
It's gonna
let's
be
hear
a
it.
tougher schedule.
It's a very hard schedule.
Yeah, we know.
On the road, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, obviously. Bills, Dolphins, Rams, Seahawks, Ravens, Bucks, because all the good teams finished in second. Then at home, Patriots, Jets, easy W. Cardinals, 49ers, Texans.
Luckily, we're doing
Not good.
Chargers next block.
Phew.
We can talk more
Let's
about
make the
this then.
schedule. People love talking about not even the schedule, just opponents.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.